best list you should be targeting in PropStream for wholesale real estate. And I'm going to share my screen with you all right now. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about are zombie properties. So zombie properties are a combination of vacant properties and properties that are in foreclosures. By the way, when you're looking up lead list and leads for wholesale real estate, it's important to do research. What's going on in the market right now, because that will help dictate what type of list you're going to target, right? Because obviously you don't pull the same list if we're in a depression or we're in a recession, I suppose, as we're in a high inflation market, or if we're in winter or summer or spring. And so in a way, your lists have to be adjusted. And so that's why you can log on here on YouTube and tune into Biz Matthew and look at all the research I've done and just copy me in the list that I would target in wholesale real estate based off of what's happening in the market. So there's nearly 1.4 million homes that are vacant in second quarter of 2026 so far. So that only represents 1.3% of all residential properties, because collectively there's around 105 million residential properties in the United States. Okay, so out of that, 245,000 of those are in foreclosures processed in the second quarter. So, and then of those, 8,300 properties, or 3.4%, were zombie properties, meaning the owners had abandoned the properties before the end of their foreclosure proceedings. The second quarter zombie rate was slightly higher than the 3.3% rate posted in the first quarter and at the same time last year. So it's slightly higher. It's not so much higher, but it is slightly higher. And as foreclosures increase, obviously this will increase, right? How many properties are foreclosed and also how they are vacant too. The increase in zombie foreclosures across the many states may reflect a foreclosure market that is slowly returning to more normalized levels, right? Because obviously pre-pandemic, they were higher, and then the pandemic happened and then a lot of things happened. So it's not that it's above, the regular rate of everything. It's just that it's catching up back to its regular rate. Still, that's an opportunity for us as wholesalers to target these properties. So among states with at least 100 zombie properties, and 100 doesn't sound a lot, but still, find these properties. And so you have North Carolina, Indiana, Iowa, South Carolina, Georgia. We have all these different states. Only 2 states with at least 50 properties saw their numbers drop. So Washington drop, New York drop. Okay, interesting. Northeastern vacancy rates the lowest. So states with the highest residential property vacancy rates in second quarter were Oklahoma, Kansas, Alabama, West Virginia, Missouri. Okay, interesting. Some southern states and whatnot. The lowest vacancy rates were Northeast. Interesting. So all of these stats are super interesting. But let's go to PropStream. And by the way, if you all are interested in PropStream, use my link down below. You get a 7 free day trial using that link, and you can find a ton of deals. So we're in Indianapolis, right? Indiana was one of the states with the highest amount of zombie properties. And so that's what we're targeting. We're not targeting the whole state. We're just targeting the city. I think this is the biggest city in Indiana. All I'm going to do, I'm going to go here to filters, and I can just click here directly. Click zombie properties directly. And that's 157 properties that you can target right now, whether you're virtually wholesaling or you're in Indianapolis. And so you have these different properties here that you can target. And I would just download this list and either skip trace it, right? Cold call it. They have batch dollar, since now PropStream has acquired batch leads, batch dollar, the whole thing. You capture all of that and then you target them. So you can do all of that. Another thing that you can do is, if you want to filter it down even more, let's say, okay, I want to make sure these properties have been owned for at least 1 year or at least 5 years. Let's see what it does. So it drops it down to 25. So most of them are newer properties. Maybe they got this big new house and now they're struggling. Or you can just do this. And usually with these, they have equity. But let's just erase this for right now. Let's look at equity. So I'm going to go down here to value and equity and estimated equity. Let's say we want them to have at least 30% equity. Let's see what it goes down to. 82 properties. So this is still a really good list that you should target, even though it's a very little. There may be 10 in your city or maybe 2 or 3, but still target them. See what you can get out of them. All right. So the next list I want to talk about are home prices grew year over year in nearly half of opportunity zones. So opportunity opportunity zones, they're affordable areas essentially, all right? And so sometimes they could be considered the hood, but there are other areas that are not A class or not lower than a C minus, right? There's sometimes a C plus area or B minus or even a C area, right? But it's not lower than a D, right? That you can target, because I think this is where flippers are going, investors are going, because you can find a lot of good value in these lists. So let's go back to PropStream. We'll stay in the city in Indianapolis, and then what I'll do is I'll clear the filter, right? And then this is the key here, you all. When you're going down to property details, PropStream intelligence, you go to value and equity actually. So estimated equity. So right here, you can read some stats about Indianapolis. So you can tell that right here it says home for sales. It says average list price is 208. Okay. So average list is 208 and the average sold price is 248. So let's just say that the medium sell price in Indianapolis is $248,000. If that is true, that's essentially the number we want to target around, right? Because of course you can go higher, but once you go higher, that's the A class. We want to stay around the opportunity zone. So the opportunity zone, it would be around 250,000 or less. And so from here, I'll just go to filters. By the way, let's bring this down. I'll go to filters. Let's go back to value and equity. And that's why PropStream is so good. Make sure you all check the link down below. I'm going to go maximum of 250,000, but at the same time, I don't want it to be super cheap. So I'm going to put 100,000 and 250,000. And so that hits that sweet mark where people can get that 3-bed, 1-bath house to live in, or that 3-bed, 1-bath house to hold as a rental. And then you see some of it here, like for example, this house right here. So there's a lot of properties. And then from there, that's when I would drill down that list. From here, I would, make sure it's residential. Let's say I just want to stick to single family, in order for an investor to make money, they can rent out a 2-bed, but I just want to do a minimum of 3 bedrooms. It doesn't matter. It can be 1 bath. That's fine. And then from there, that's where I will go down to the list. I'll put years of ownership. I'll just put in my own 7 years so we can go before the pandemic. And then I'll go down to value and equity. It's still going to be a big list, but you can take them by chunks. Let's say we want at least 40% equity in these properties. So you have 21,000 properties that you can target in the Indianapolis area. And so for example, if we choose one of them like this one, we can read it. We can go to comps and nearby comparables, read the information about it. And they have this estimated wholesale price, what you would offer them, $175,000. Even though this is a newer home, and so it seems as though you may not want to necessarily target this house, but this is a house that you can target. This is an area, this is a list that you should target in your wholesale real estate business. All right, you all, hope you all enjoyed this PropStream video on finding these 2 lists to target right now in your wholesale real estate business. I think these lists will help a lot of people get that very first wholesale deal and continue on getting more and more deals. So I showed you all a very condensed short list with only about 20 to 100 properties, and then a bigger list with 21,000 properties. So make sure you all are able to target both, because they're important and they serve different areas of your real estate business. And make sure you all subscribe to this channel. A lot of you all watch my videos but are not subscribed. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Like this video, comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you all later.